Hello, it's Matty coming at you with another Planet Coaster Park Spotlight. Thank you for joining me, welcome to the video, and welcome to Euphoria Adventure World, created by JLovesM06, who a lot of people will recognise as Jasmine from M&J Games. Now this is the third or fourth park that I've spotlighted now by Jasmine, and the first park that she's actually done in the daylight. So the big question is, will this still hold under the same level of scrutiny in the daytime as her amazing nighttime parks? This is a PlayStation 5 park, so let's just have a quick read of this description. So it says, welcome to Euphoria World Adventures. This amusement park features 7 coasters and 7 themed areas. Eureka Village, Irongrad Steampunk Town, Spectrum Odyssey, Evergreen Valley, Little Shire, Dragon Kingdom, and a relaxing lake to walk around and take a break. Don't forget to take a ride on the train to see all the sights. There is fun for the entire family at EWA. So, let's hop into this park, shall we? So, here we are just coming out of the entrance tunnel. Really vibrant and bright the second you walk out. Really unique, very picturesque. We've got a water feature just to the left, and knowing Jasmine, it's probably symmetrical. Yes, it is. So we've got the same on the right side as well. And trademark Jasmine with her foliage work all around the entrance as well. Really nice to see. She does excel at her foliage work. And then we come down to this entrance building. I love the aqua blue on that building. And then the sightline with the big wheel behind as well. It's really a big focal point as soon as you walk through the park. That's really nice. Let's have a walk through, shall we? So we've got security features just there. We've got some lockers over there. They look like Tommy P's lockers. I believe they are. So there are some workshop items in this park, Jasmine did tell me. I'm not sure if I'll know which all of them are, but we'll have a look. So, Euphoria World Adventures. So we've got this water feature right in front of us again. So much water. I'm loving it. I love this. All this jumping fountains here. It's so surreal looking at one of Jasmine's parks in the day. It really is. Let's go left, shall we? Let's go this way. There's just so much foliage everywhere. There's just so many colours jumping out at me. Amazing. We've got the sweet shop there. And this must be one of the first areas we come to then. So we have Eureka Village. So let's just make sure that we don't miss anything first. Let's just have a walk around here. So we've got a Grand Carousel flat ride down here. Let's have a walk down the queue. Nice colouring. I like how you can see the train going over the top as well, around the back. And this is what Jasmine's parks are. Jasmine's parks are lights and foliage. I mean, play to your strengths. Just incredible. Knowing how skilled you are at your night lighting, I can't wait to see this park at night time at the very end. That is something I am looking forward to. So we'll come up here. Nice to see a bit of elevation change as well. Something that I have been mentioning to Michael and Jasmine is I do want to see more elevation change in their parks. So it's nice to see that. And we've got a height check. Must be taller than this flag. Oh, that's a really cool idea. I've never seen anyone do that before. Now, hang on, I'm tall enough. Yeah, I'm tall enough, I'm fine. So, let's have a look at this. What is this then? What's this? Oh, it's a coaster. Oh, it's one of them hanging down upside down ones. Do you know what? I don't think I've ever been on one of these in a spotlight before. I genuinely don't. If everybody's watched my spotlights and knows that I actually have, so let me know down below, but I certainly can't remember going on one of these in a spotlight before. That's for certain. Right, let's have a look at the stats, shall we? What's this called? So, Sugar Glider. Was there a sign for this somewhere? Have I missed a sign? Saying what it was called? Oh, Sugar Glider. There you go. Right, so, Sugar Glider. Let's have a look at the stats. Not quite green across the board, but almost. G-forces, really good limits, nice to see. So, let's go for the first ride of the park. Enjoy, everybody. So there we have Sugar Glider. With that, the first time I've been on one of them rides, it's a little bit difficult to give feedback for, especially with the point of view that we actually went on as well, actually sitting in the car to experience it properly. Yeah, seemed okay. It threw you around a little bit, but obviously, of course, that is the idea behind the ride. Not sure if it would have needed smoothing or not. Not actually sure. So we'll kind of just watch it as it goes around this way. I mean, it does throw them around quite a lot. Maybe it does need a little bit of smoothing. I would have liked to have seen a bit more theming around this ride, if I'm honest. It does look just slightly bland. Especially with the water, the way that it's just placed down as well. Now, currently this park is on 97%, so you have still got another 3% to come back. I'd maybe just like to see a little bit more detailing around this ride. A little bit more paint tool going around the water, some rocks. Just really make sure this water feature is integrated in so it doesn't just go from green straight to water. Maybe just some more foliage around this ride as well. A couple of little elevation changes, a few more bushes. Just to really kind of like bring this ride to life a little bit more, because it did feel a little bit on the bland side, I'm afraid, just as we went round. But I love the station, and I love what you've done around here. So maybe if you were to just carry this on around the water, just keep going around that, and I think that would really add to it and bring it to life as well. But amazing building. I do love this station build. Yeah, great job with that. So let's hop out the exit and let's carry on this way, shall we? Love all the architectural style around here. Really like this. And when we come down the stairs, what else have we got? So we've just got some food and drink. I like how you put the fence pieces up there as the balcony. And then you've got some fence pieces sideways there as well, for like decoration on the building. There's some really good building work. So many different types of wall pieces as well. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4 different types of wall pieces there. Is that 5? Maybe even 5. That's really impressive. We've got a Hat's Fantastic just hidden in there. And we come through this very unique archway. And let's go up these stairs here, shall we? Oh, we're coming to the steampunk area. Now that sign is amazing. Irongrad. What a sign. That is cool. We have Steamroll. So Irongrad must be the main coaster in this area then. And then we've got Steamroll as well. Oh, I don't even know which way to go. Let's just have a look at Steamroll, shall we? Oh, beautifully done around here. Very nice station build. Just using the cogs and the wheels and the meshing fences as well. Oh, we've got a coaster here as well. So is there 2 coasters in this area then? What coaster even is that? Another unique coaster. We're being treated today. So let's have a look at Steamroll then. So green across the board. G-force is maybe slightly high, but I'll forgive you. And without further ado, let's go for a ride. So there we have Steamroll. Really nice ride. Nicely integrated into the park. I would have liked to have seen the brake run just extended ever so slightly before it comes into the station, as they did come in a little bit breakneck speed. But yeah, great job. I like the theming, I like the idea behind it. I like the fact that it's all steampunk as well. Yeah, very nicely done. Right, let's try and hop out, shall we? Oh, I'm lost. Where's the exit? There we go. Found it. Nailed it. Right, so let's come out round here. So we've just got a block of toilets just behind here. First aids. Some vending machines. So, there we go. So there is the exit for FLATRIDE. I never even saw the entrance for that one, I'm not going to lie. Oh, there we go. So the Iron Claw. Very nice. Just nicely hidden away down there. We've got a few more shops there. So how do we get to... Oh, by Dark Panther. Oh, right, okay, so that sign must be from that creator. So how do we get to... Oh, the area is called Irongrad. I'm sorry. Apologies, Jasmine. You did say that in the description, that that's what the area was called. I'm sorry. Right, so let's just have a quick zoom out, making sure we're not missing anything up there. I do like steampunk. Right, so let's go over this way then. Jasmine with her architectural style, always blowing me away as always. I love your building work. They're always so unique and original. Just like this bit here, just with the glass covers just coming over the top. Love that. Oh, we've got another FLATRIDE in there as well. And the entrance was just down there. Ah, here must be the main coaster then. No, that's the train entrance. Oh, Matty, what are you talking about? So we've got some seating area just down here. Let's just have a look at this train queue, shall we? So we need to have a go on the train at the very end. I just wanted to have a look at this train station. Very nice. Right, let's pop down here again. And what's in here? Just a couple more food and drinks. Ah, the factory. Okay, that makes sense with that FLATRIDE. I like the queue line, how you can see the ride through the glass there just as you're queuing. Hop out of here and we come through to our third area, which is Spectrum Odyssey. So we won't go down there, we'll just carry on this way. Oh wow, that's a very big change of scenery from the steampunk to here. Look how vibrant and colourful it is. Just been overloaded with differing colours. Let's have a look down here. And all the building style has changed once again as well. Which is very nice how you've managed to get the buildings all different for the differing areas. And that is amazing. I really like that. I've never seen that done before. The same with the window pieces as well. How have you done that actually? Is that just a basic shape in there? Yeah, it must be. Really good job with this, Jasmine. I love this area. This is my favourite area so far. Let's just come up here. Right, so we've got something in there. It's a little bit of a maze. I'm not going to lie, just have a quick zoom out a second. Just want to make sure that I don't miss anything is all. Right, this is actually a dead end. So, I can only really go one way anyway. So I've got to come back out this way with it all being a dead end. So what we'll do is we'll just carry on walking around it. So we have the Inertia launch coaster. We've got the queue for the claw there. Let's go on the launch coaster, shall we? Let's do it. So let's go up here. Push past all the peasants. Nice station build again. Been taking a leaf out of Michael's book. And let's have a look at this, shall we? So, green across the board once again. Again, the G-forces may be slightly high, but once again, I'm going to let you off. So, let's go for a ride on this. So, there we have Inertia. I'm assuming that's how you say it. The thing is, with Jasmine and her ride names, I swear she picks words that Matty can't say. It seems to be like a challenge that she picks the most difficult names for rides she can think of, and then just has a laugh when Matty can't say them. But, yeah, anyway, really nice ride. Really enjoyed that. It almost gave me like 90s Sega vibes, like the bright colourfulness, like Sonic the Hedgehog or something like that. It feels very retro. But yeah, great job, really nice ride. I like the fact that the brake run was a nice realistic one coming into the station. Yeah, great job, enjoyed that. So we come out the exit and we come literally straight to another ride. So we have Flight Risk. So let's have a walk down the queue line for this, shall we? Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. Oh, Jasmine, I would have liked to have seen a little bit more around here. I'm not going to lie, even if you just use some roofing tiles or something. Because you've just got the grass on either side of the path and just looks a little bit... even if you maybe just put some foliage in there or something. I think some roof tiles would have looked good there, and just like cover the entire base with roof tiles, maybe. But anyway, stop nitpicking, Matty. We have an awesome station. Really nice station. Again, very reminiscent of some of Michael's. You can tell that you and Michael work in collaboration with some of these parks, and you get ideas from each other, with Michael taking his ideas from foliage from you, and then you taking ideas of ride stations from him. It's really nice to see some of the similarities between the two of you sometimes. But let's have a look at Flight Risk, shall we? So, green across the board, very nice. Again, these G-forces are slightly high on every ride. If you can maybe just try and keep them under 6 where possible, Jazz, it just makes them that little bit more realistic. We've got 5 inversions, 3 airtime counts, so let's go for a ride on this one. So there we have Flight Risk. Easily the best ride we have been on so far. By a clear mile. That was a really, really good ride. The only thing I am going to say about the entire ride... Okay, I'm going to say two things. Tell a lie, I'm going to say two things. The first being, again, like the first ride, I'd just like to see a little bit more theming. Give the ride an identity. It just feels maybe a little bit placed down, and there's not really a lot going on around it, so it doesn't feel like it's got an identity, so to speak. It feels like just a coaster that was put in a space wherever they could fit it, rather than really theming around it. And the only other thing I would say is just this one corner here did feel quite sharp, so maybe I would have extended the brake run just ever so slightly, maybe up to about here, so it slows down a little bit more coming around here, just so this corner here doesn't feel quite so sharp. But other than that, that was easily the best ride of the park. And one thing I have noticed going throughout the park as well is the amount of paint tool that you've been using as well, which anybody that knows any video that I've done ever knows how much I love my paint tool, and I can really see that you've taken that to heart. You've gone underneath a lot of the supports, not all, mind, you've done some, but not all, but I do appreciate that you have been around some of them, at least. But right, let's come out the ride exit for Flight Risk, and I believe now this is all a dead end now, so this just brings us back on ourselves. So, oh, we've missed this. We've got the ride sign there. So is that Inertia? Hang on, I need the expert. Chrissy! Chrissy!
Yes, Matty.
Does that say Inertia?
Yes.
Thank you. See, this is why I have Chrissy here, because Chrissy can help me when I can't speak properly.
You're welcome.
Thank you, baby. Love you. Anyway, let's carry on. Did we have a look at this part? Yes, we did, because I was saying about the different styles, didn't I? So what I need to do is have a quick zoom out and try and get a bearings. So which way do we go? So we came up here, didn't we? And went that way. So if we walk across this way then. So we've got the sky tower here. Oh, I like this fence that you've done, Jasmine. That's a really nice fence. Is that the concrete slabs? Hang on, I need to have a look at this. Right, so the thick wooden beam, and then I can see that you've got glass in there as well, is it? So the glass window inside. That is really, really nice. I love that wall style. Really nice to see these custom walls. I've still got it selected. There we go. Nailed it. Yeah, great job with that. Always nice to see custom fencing. You've got the ride going right next to us as well. Is this one that we've been on already? I honestly can't tell. It's the thing with Michael and Jasmine parks. There's like 400 coasters, and it's difficult to know which one's which. No, I don't think we've been on that one yet. So we've got the hot air balloon ride. That is really cool how you have put a queue for the hot air balloon. Now obviously it can't get used, it's not a functioning ride, but you still put a queue line for it, which is a great touch. So let's carry on walking down here, shall we? Now which way do we go? Do we go right or do we go straight on? Zoom out time! Right, that takes us back to the main entrance again. Oh no, it doesn't. No, that takes us to this castle, which we haven't looked at yet. But if we carry on going that way, that brings us round to the castle anyway. There you go, question answered. How do we get to this ride? That's all the way around there. Oh, rides galore. So many coasters. So, let's come round here. And this custom fence must have taken up a fair bit of percentage, given the fact that it goes pretty much around the entire park from what I can see. We've got a train station here, once again just with your architectural build style. Again, Jasmine, really impressive train station. I do love your builds. And then there's a wooden coaster over there, so is that round the back of here maybe? Just almost feels a little bit secluded over here. I do like how you can come and have a sit here though and just watch the coaster go past. Come down here. Yeah, this wooden coaster feels very off the beaten path. Almost hidden. Height check. Must be taller than this flag. We are tall enough, so it's fine. Oh, your wooden coaster's closed. Well, we better fix that, haven't we? There you go. It's open. You're welcome. Right. So we have Wanderer. I'm a wanderer. I'm a wanderer. I wander round, around, around. Anyway, so let's walk down this queue path. Again, really nice building, Jasmine. Every single one is different. Everyone is unique. So what have we got on Wendigo then? So green across the board, and the G-forces all under 6. Very nice. So let's go for a ride on this one. So there we have Wanderer. Yeah, really nice wooden coaster. Did exactly what it needed to. Kept up a great speed throughout. Some really good moments of airtime. The banking was spot on. There was a little tiny bit of clipping with the trees, but you'd be forgiven for that. The only thing that I'm thinking, really, and I'm kind of going back to what I said on the last ride, is just the theming around it. Now, I know there's more trees around this one, but it does feel like it's having somewhat of an identity crisis. Almost like it was just placed here. Like there was an open spot for a coaster, and they're like, right, we'll just chuck that there. It doesn't really have an identity to speak of. Now, I saw, Jasmine, what you created in Avery Forest. Now, Avery Forest was the collab park that was created between Web Gaming, Jasmine and Michael. And Jasmine created a wooden coaster in that park that hugged the terrain. She'd done all the terrain all around it. It went up and down hills. It was incredible. Probably the best thing that I've seen Jasmine create on this game so far. And I think maybe that's one thing that I'm not seeing in this park that I would have liked to have seen, is just more elevation changes. With this ride being called Wanderer, I think it would have been really appropriately named if it did hug the terrain, if this was hugging a hill as it went up and down and almost wandering the hills kind of thing. Now, I hope you don't mind me saying that, Jasmine, because the ride itself, the rides that you're creating are really good. It's just the lack of theming around them. I would have liked to have seen more theming around the park. Just give this park somewhat more of an identity, because the rides are all good and the buildings are all good. I'm just struggling to give the park an identity of its own, if that makes sense. But anyway, let's hop out the exit and let's carry on down here. And that's not to detract from the work that you have done, because what you have done is amazing. I maybe would have just liked to have seen, almost as if this park was split in half and it was two parks. See, because you've got, I don't know how many coasters are in this park. It must be about 8 or 9 coasters. So maybe if you were to split this park in half, you had 4 coasters in one, 4 coasters in another, and they were all massively themed. Oh, I love this. Oh, I love this. Just this little seating area, just looking over the water feature. All the way around the water is really nicely decorated with the rocks and the foliage. You've got the train as well that comes all the way around the back of it. It's a shame the train's not there. Where is the train? Oh, I can't actually see one. That's a shame. Oh well. Right, and let's carry on down here, shall we? So, what have we got here? Bumper cars. Another little water feature here. The water features in this park are really good. Here we go. This is more what I'm used to seeing from Jasmine. As we walk down this queue line, this is what I'm used to. All this foliage work around here. Now this is themed. That looks fantastic. Yeah, love that. Really nice. Let's hop out the exit. Again, I need to zoom out. Just to try and get a bearing. So, if we go up here, and then, right, okay. So, let's go up here. So, we've got another coaster up here. Right, what have we got? See, there's some elevation changes around here, which is nice to see. I like this. So we've got the height check again, and we have the Rush Canyon Mine Train. So let's have a walk down here. Nice queue line. I like how you put the glass there, once again. Let's come up here to the mine train. So with this being a mine train, we don't really need to look at stats for this one. So let's go for a ride. Enjoy. Isn't irony a wonderful thing? So we went on the last coaster, and I was saying that I would like to see more elevation changes. We come on Rush Canyon, and the ride is all elevation changes, going up and down the hills, through the cave systems. Feel like I've got a little bit of egg on my face now, not gonna lie. Maybe I would have liked to have seen that more around the park though. I still stand by my point. But anyway, let's carry on, shall we? So we'll come down here. So this is the bit where the park becomes a little bit mazy, but I think I've got it. I think. So we'll come down here. Once again, just with your building structures, really nicely done. So we've just got some shops. Got toilets around the back or something. We have indeed. So toilets in the staff room around the back as well. Let's come down here. So we've got another flat ride that's closed. So we have the flying balloons. See, now for me, Jasmine, this is your niche. This is where you're at your best. Now I know obviously that you're going to have spent a lot of time on your coasters in this park, and I do understand that and I get that, but for me personally, I prefer your flat rides. I honestly do. I think your flat ride skinning with the foliage work that you do is among some of the best. They're just absolutely fantastic. I always love seeing your flat rides and how you integrate them in your queue lines with all the foliage that you use and everything. It's definitely one of your biggest assets in this game is your flat ride work, your foliage work, your lights. So we're coming to Little Shire. So we have the mouse in the house. What is this? Oh, is this a coaster? No, it can't be. It can't be a coaster, surely. Oh, it is. Wow, that's hidden, isn't it? Look at that footprint. It takes up like no room at all. Go figure. Right, because of the length of this spotlight, we're just going to have a quick zoom around. So the mouse is by BrettRock20. I recognise that name. I think we've seen a lot of stuff by him before. It's various different creations. So because of the length of the spotlight, we're just going to have a very quick zoom around, look at it. Because I'm concerned that this spotlight is going to be like 4 days long otherwise. Yeah, really nice. What a small footprint. I was not expecting that at all. Really wasn't. So great job implementing that. Such a tiny ride into such a small area. We've got the carousel up here. Does this just go over to a train station or something? Oh no, that's the carousel queue line. So that goes around the back round here. Ooh, whoops. Oh, what a beautiful queue line as well. See, this is vintage Jasmine for me. So, and then, so what's this then? Where does this take us? Oh, does this take us back to the very start of the park? Might do. Oh, what have we got here? There's another ride here. Looks like a car ride. So we have the cat garden. This is beautiful. This is an identity. This is what I wanted to see. When we were over the other side of the park with the coasters area, and I felt that the park didn't have an identity. This is what I was referring to. This is what I want to see around here. Just the amount of detailing and sight lines around here. This is beautiful. Now again, because of the length of the spotlight, we're just going to have a very quick zoom around. And got the water feature just there. We got this big castle just to our left. I like how it goes around the path as well. Hey, this ride goes some, doesn't it? I'm struggling to keep up with it. Love how it comes over the water here. Beautiful water feature. That ride goes for it. And maybe just take a couple of the rides off. Because even though the queue is full, they're still having to sit and wait. I would probably reduce the number of cars on that. Maybe by about 3, maybe even 4. To be honest. Or just slow the ride down. Just so they've got a bit more time on the ride itself. But yeah, beautifully done. Really nice job with that ride, Jasmine. Let's come down here. So we've got the dragon there. What have we got here? We've just got a little seating area here. And we've got another shout out here. So by Jasper VHK building here. It's a nice building, just a memento. And what else have we got? Another little seating area. Alright, and this brings us back to where we were before. Very nice. So I believe we've still got one coaster left. That yellow coaster that we saw. So is that maybe? Oh, you photo booth. So that must be. I like that. I like how you've got all the screens on triggers as well. So where is the entrance for this yellow ride then? Must be around here somewhere. Oh, is this it? Right, that's the ride exit. So where is this ride entrance? There we go. And again, it's closed again as well. So we have Dragon Knight. So a Dragon Knight is the highest honour of the kingdom for a knight. It is a lifelong title. Once a Dragon Knight, always a Dragon Knight. Like the Dragonborn from Skyrim. Right, so we'll walk down here. We got all the knights fighting in the station as well. Right, is it just in test mode or something? Yes, it's in test mode. So let's just put that back into test mode. Let's have a look at the stats. Green across the board. G-Force is maybe the highest of any of the rides of the park so far. So again, just try and keep them under 6 where possible. But let's go for the final ride of the park. Let's do it. Enjoy, everyone. There we have the final coaster of the park, Dragon Knight. Yeah, great coaster. Oh, I missed this. Code of Night. What's that say? Oh, Faith. I was like, what does that say? I was like, Faith? No, Faith. Faith, charity, justice, wisdom, temperance, truthfulness, courage, and diligence. Very nice. Yeah, great coaster. Really nicely done. I like how it goes around with a lot of the park. Gave some great sight lines as it went around. Yeah, one of the better rides of the park, in my opinion. So, let's come out of here and we'll walk across to the castle area. The courtyard. And then this is the final area of the park. And then we just need to have a look at the park at night. And give out some closing thoughts. So we've got the chair swing just here. I do like this castle. Really nice castle built. Got the train station just up inside there as well, I can see. Got the dragon just sat there, just chilling. A beautiful castle build. Great job with that. One of the standout features of the park is this castle. One of the main focal points. Do you know, I almost would have rather seen this in the centre of the park and build the park around it. I almost wonder if that would have worked better and have that as the main focal point of the park, like have that as the centre point and then work your way around that potentially. Don't know, I think that may have worked You'll have to let me know down in the comments. What do you guys think? And what's this? I love this canopy. What is this? Got a water feature just... Oh, this is for the wheel. That's a beautiful queue line. And again, your flat rides. I keep saying it. It's the flat rides. Just knocking it out of the park with these flat ride skins and queue lines. Yeah, amazing. Right, so I've been looking forward to this. Let's have a look at this park at night. I haven't gone for a full night point of view because all of Jasmine's other parks are generally dusk or dawn parks. So this kind of lighting, so I thought I would honour them ones and go with similar lighting as that one. And look at this. This is why I rate Jasmine so highly when it comes to lighting and foliage in this game. It's just absolutely beautiful. And it really gives the park just such a different ambience as well. Amazing lighting. Once again. So, closing thoughts for this park. Now, in the interest of honesty, Jasmine, and I'm always honest, you know I always will be. For me, I think I preferred your other parks, if I'm honest. Your water park especially really stands out to me as your peak point. For me, this one felt, as I was over this other side of the park, as I was saying, it felt like the park didn't really have an identity, and I was struggling to kind of get a theme for what it is that you were going for. Now, in your second park, it was at Sweetheart Lane, you had the entire Greek area and you had Apollo and all that kind of stuff, and you had a lot of the Greek mythology, and I loved all of that around that area and really felt like it was telling a story. Even the rides felt like they were telling a story as well. I didn't get that same kind of feeling from this park with the coasters. Now, the flat rides are right up there with some of your best. The implementation of the flat rides that you've done in this park, especially when we were over this side of the park towards the end, I thought they were incredible. Absolutely loved them, felt so immersed, really beautifully done with the foliage. Let's just have a look at them at night as well, because I imagine they look even better at night as well. Where were they? It was down here, wasn't it? So down here. I mean, look at this car ride at night. That is just incredible. That looks so picturesque, just all around here. And it really gives it a theme and an identity and something that stands out, whereas the other side of the park just didn't, I'm afraid. So I'm really sorry about that. Like I say, maybe if you were to split the park in half and just have like 4 coasters and just like theme them to the max. I think what I would like to see, and I've been saying this for a long time, is a true full collab between Michael and Jasmine, where Michael does the coasters and Jasmine does the theming, and Jasmine does the flat rides and the theming and the lighting. I think that would be a sight to behold. I really do. Play to both of your strengths, because your separate strengths in this game are incredible, and if you were to combine them, I think you could arguably create one of the best parks on the console, if I'm honest. So hurry up and get on that. But hopefully everybody's enjoyed this spotlight. I have enjoyed it, don't get me wrong, and I do love looking at these Jasmine parks. I really do. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know what you think of this park down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts as well. I will see you next week for more Planet Coaster content. Take care, stay safe, look after yourselves. Bye everybody.